If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday Night Primetime.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. In motion is Warren. First carry now for the former Packer, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be stopped to begin this ball game.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure is certainly impacted the quarterback there. And couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
If he's able to get the ball out of his hand on time, that's probably a completion, but there's a little hesitation for one reason or another, and by the time he lets it go, he has a defender very back and leads to the completion.
He's getting brought down very close to that line to gain of the mark, just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
But it brings up 4th
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation. Going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They managed to convert
2 yards.
They'll keep the drive alive.
1st down, Indianapolis.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a 1st.
1st and 10. They go play action with Mayfield. As he throws there, it's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time.
It's 2nd down.
He'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Second and 10. gun. It's Mayfield. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And the defenders draped all over incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. And now Mitchell, the intended target. Third down coming up. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That ball is on the surface, and both feet aimed down. A big third down pickup for a first down.
And the Colts
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
In motion is Lawrence. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It's about all.
He's brought down at the 31. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 9.
Set. 180.
They'll motion a tight end right.
What's that?
Now toss play for Taylor. He's taken down just short of the 10. A gain there of 20. First down, Indianapolis.
First down.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. On the handle, it's Taylor. This time the sliding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of
No
scrimmage.
gain on the play.
The best
2nd and
linebackers
10.
at this
The
level,
Chargers
Mike, they have all the
11-yard
physical
line.
attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you can see with how fast he moved.
To the goal line and in.
Mayfield's pass.
DJ Ginn. Touchdown, Indy. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. And that one is
The
through
Chargers
the back
take
of the
over
end
first
zone.
and 10.
It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Set. Delta. Hunt.
one, Mike, that we were
46-yard
going to see a
line.
lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
Lion, lion, lion. Ready.
They'll stay with the ground. Good run there.
Number 32, the ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go, Chargers. 380.
From the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
21. Copy, copy, copy.
Herbert. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
It's a gain of 8.
It will be a gain of 8.
First down.
So I don't think his fullback was his
10 at the
primary
40-yard
option on that
line.
play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
380.
From the gun, it's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10.
Home trip right. Switch. 380.
Handoff here. They'll take this to about the 48-yard line.
He was taken down by DeForest.
Brings him down.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
Motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. 380. Ready.
Shotgun now for Herbert. It's complete. A gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
First down, LA.
That's another
380.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
What is it?
The gun is a run. They'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. And goals.
First down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Go.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's holding at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively
A
to
4-yard
make sure he
gain.
did not
Brings
get
up
to the
2nd
end zone.
and goal. At the
A bit of a
Colts
quick
1-yard
hitter
line.
here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Kappa, Kappa, Kappa. Set.
Trying to run this one in. And he will kick this one right into the end zone. Down LA.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up.
Cameron
Allows you to take a deep
for
breath,
the
maybe get a
extra
little
point.
confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
He'll start this on the ground. It's Kelly. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 6. Throwing is Mayfield. They get 16 on that connection. That's good for a Colts first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one.
It's now second and 10.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Baker to throw. Intercepted.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at
The
their
drive
own
begins at the
20-yard
20.
line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, go. Ram.
Al Herbert. Taken in by the tight end.
So that's how you're facing the blitz. The best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hands. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium. After a short break, here comes 2nd and 4.
Set. 59.
Now, Herbert. Johnston. They'll be set up now. Past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 15
First
yards.
time they've looked his way
And
tonight.
the Chargers
Good time to do it. It's a first down.
Big time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
21. 5-9. Hey, Ray.
Herbert now on first down. Right into the hands of his running backs.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play. But put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Delta. Crowd right.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. He's across midfield. Down to the 10. He runs the ball He'll take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play.
Makes the score Chargers 14, Colts 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Showing off the big
Colts
leg.
take over.
Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball
at their own
going to be
35-yard
spotted
line.
at the 35-yard line. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown L.A. And as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday Night Primetime.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Count it.
Throwing to get going. It's Herbert. Left side. It's called back. It's inside the 49.
The Chargers, first down.
The defender has to do a better job
First
here,
and
Mike,
10
of
at the
getting depth. He
36-yard
wants to
line.
elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Set.
Herbert now on first down. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Set. 380. Green out. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Ready.
Now it's Herbert. Who's got the top one? Luke Schoonmaker. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Set. Baylor Tiger. 12. Set.
To throw this Herbert. Out to his right. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield, and what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
Go.
On third and long, it's Herbert. Left side, catch made by McConkey.
Herbert's pass.
And he'll get a good
Complete to
chunk of
number
that yardage
15,
back, but he's still
McConkey.
well short of the first down.
A gain of 13 on the
So
play.
now, fourth
It's
down, and
fourth
Cameron
down.
Dicker is on for the Chargers. This one from just under 50 yards. Dicker's kick
The
is
field
good.
goal is good.
And the Chargers
Next to
to
score.
a 3-0 lead.
Colts, nothing.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a
Cameron
touchdown,
Dicker to
but that
kick
is a
off for
good
the Chargers.
positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one is going to sail
The
through the
Colts
end
take
zone
over first
for a
and 10
touchdown.
at their own 35-yard line.
Pushing that here is Mitchell.
Hey, alert 33. Real. Watch.
Right to the air. It's Mayfield. That's complete. Chargers have it.
We hear that term running after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Short throw, brought in by Schoonmaker.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and will push his way for a gain of 2. Derek Nottie there to bring him back.
It's a gain
And
of 3.
after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Set. 380. 380.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. He is 2 for 2. Is good. And the Chargers, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend the return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On the ground for the first time. Forces forward to the 37. Junior Colson there to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Hey, alert. What's up?
Mayfield to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Territory there. Securing the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
180. What's up?
From the gun, it's Mayfield. He's going to have the first down, so they
It's a
convert
gain of 10.
on 3rd down
And
with
the
a
Colts
pickup of
first
9.
down.
For the longest time, when you threw the ball to the running back, it was a check down, a swing, a screen, kind of short underneath where you relied on guys to run after the catch. But That's not the case anymore. So many of these running backs around the league, Mike, they can run routes, in a lot of cases, almost as good as the wide receivers.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He'll spot his tight end, Mitchell Evans.
Mayfield's
Get about 4 here as he is taking down.
A gain of
The
4.
big play they were
It's
hoping
now
for,
second
but
and
first down
6
efficiency,
at the
staying ahead of the
Chargers'
chains.
49-yard
What
line.
every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up the screen to 10. And hopping it right to 3 down on the other side of midfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
180! Watch out!
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end. That's 1. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Indianapolis.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. But I don't think it's going to be his last.
180!
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. The Chargers out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment.